Welcome to our deep dive into the world of BSD,
BST.
Berkeley Software Distribution.
Right.
You want to know its origins, its impact, and where it stands today. And let me tell you, BSD's influence
Oh,
is
yeah.
far more widespread than you might think.
It is.
We're going to uncover how this seemingly niche piece of tech history
Right.
is still shaping the digital world in ways you probably don't even realize.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's really fascinating how BSD's story really mirrors the evolution of computing itself. We're talking academic innovation,
Right.
the rise of open source, and yeah, even a few legal battles along the way.
Okay, so let's rewind back to the 1970s at UC Berkeley.
Yeah,
It was like a hotbed for computer science.
it was.
And this guy, Bill Joy, enters the scene. He's a legend in the making.
Absolutely. Bill Joy's contributions were immense.
Huge.
He was so instrumental in early BSD development.
Okay.
And he gave us tools like the Viad editor.
I still use that.
I know, right? And the seashell. These are tools that amazingly programmers still use today.
Talk about a lasting impact.
Yeah.
So how did this all begin? Weren't these Berkeley folks essentially tinkering with AT&T's Unix?
Exactly. They started by adding their own features to Unix and sharing it with other universities.
Okay.
It began as a series of add-ons,
Right.
but eventually it evolved into a full-fledged operating system in its own right.
And then things get really interesting with the arrival of the VX mini computer
Yeah.
in the late 70s and early 80s. This is where BSD takes a giant leap forward.
Right. The VX was a mini computer that was incredibly advanced for its time.
Okay.
And the developers of BSD capitalized on its capabilities to pioneer advancements like virtual memory.
Virtual memory.
Imagine being able to access
Right.
a vast library of information using only a small part catalog.
Yeah.
That's essentially what virtual memory did for computers.
Oh,
It allowed programs to use more memory than was physically available, paving the way for complex applications and multitasking capabilities that were previously unimaginable.
So BSD was pushing the boundaries of what operating systems could do.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just about the technical advancements, right?
No.
BSD's licensing model
Right.
also played a huge role in shaping the software world.
Absolutely. BSD adopted a permissive licensing model.
Okay.
Meaning people could freely use, modify, and distribute the software. This was a radical departure from the proprietary software models of the time.
Like a total game changer.
It was.
Especially for universities and workstation vendors who were looking for powerful and customizable systems.
It was a major catalyst for the early open source movement.
Open source.
BSD was a pioneer in promoting collaboration and the free exchange of ideas in software development.
Okay. And then we have the networking revolution, where BSD really cemented its place in history.
You're absolutely right.
Like the internet.
BSD played a pivotal role in developing the TCP/IP stack, which is basically the foundation of the internet.
The foundation.
Think of it as the language that computers all over the world use to communicate with each other.
But how did BSD make this language more efficient and easier to use? Was there a single breakthrough?
It was a combination of innovations.
Okay.
One of the most significant was the development of Berkeley sockets.
Berkeley sockets.
These made network programming much simpler and more streamlined.
Okay.
Before Berkeley sockets, connecting computers over a network was a complex and cumbersome task.
Yeah.
But with this innovation, programmers could easily create applications that could send and receive data over the internet.
So Berkeley sockets essentially laid the groundwork for the internet as we know it.
Precisely.
Wow.
It paved the way for the explosion of internet applications we see today.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
It's amazing to think about how these seemingly small developments had such a massive ripple effect.
Absolutely.
Okay. But we can't talk about BSD without mentioning those infamous legal battles.
Right. All of this innovation based on AT&T's Unix eventually led to some legal friction between UC Berkeley and AT&T.
Right.
It became a complex battle over software ownership and the right to freely distribute code.
And this lawsuit had a major impact on the future of BSD and the open source movement as a whole, right?
Right, absolutely. The BSD case raised fundamental questions about what ownership means in the world of software, especially when collaboration and shared knowledge are so central to its creation.
Yeah.
The outcome of those legal battles had a lasting impact on how we think about open source today.
So the original BSD might be discontinued, but it seems like its legacy is very much alive.
You're absolutely right. BSD's descendants like FreeBSD, OpenBSD, and NetBSD.
There's a lot of BSD.
I know, right? Are thriving and powering all sorts of systems you use every single day.
Wait, hold on. Didn't you mention something about Mac OS and iOS?
Yes.
Having roots in BSD.
Darwin, the core of Mac OS and iOS
Okay.
is based on BSD.
Oh, wow.
So every time you use your iPhone or your Mac, you're interacting with BSD's legacy.
I had no idea.
I know, it's incredible.
What about Sony's PlayStation operating system? Isn't that also connected to BSD?
You're right.
Wow.
The PlayStation operating system is also based on BSD.
This is why deep dives are so fascinating.
That is.
We uncover these hidden connections.
Right.
And begin to appreciate the ripple effects of seemingly niche tech developments.
Absolutely.
It seems like BSD is more than just an operating system.
It is.
It's a story of innovation, collaboration, and a battle for open access to knowledge.
It is. Understanding BSD's journey helps us understand the internet, open source software, and even the devices we use every day.
Wow.
But we've only just scratched the surface.
Oh, really?
There's still so much to explore about the BSD family tree.
You've definitely piqued my curiosity.
Good.
Let's dive deeper into the world of BSD and discover what makes these different descendants so unique.
Let's do it. All right. It's truly remarkable how a single operating system spawned an entire family of descendants.
Right.
Each with its own unique strengths and focus.
So we've established that BSD's descendants are thriving.
They are.
But what exactly sets them apart?
Well,
You mentioned FreeBSD, OpenBSD, and NetBSD.
Right.
Are those like the main players?
yes, those are the most prominent ones.
Okay.
And each one has taken a different path,
Right.
building upon the foundation laid by BSD to address specific needs.
Okay, so let's start with FreeBSD.
Okay.
What makes it stand out?
FreeBSD prioritizes performance and flexibility.
Okay.
It's often used in high-performance computing environments
Right.
and as a server operating system.
Okay.
Think of things like web servers, file servers, and the backbone of many online services you use daily.
So FreeBSD is all about handling those heavy workloads.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Now, shifting gears to OpenBSD,
Okay.
it takes a different approach.
Okay.
Its main focus is security and code correctness.
That sounds crucial in today's world.
It is.
How does OpenBSD achieve this heightened level of security?
OpenBSD is known for its incredibly rigorous code auditing processes.
Okay.
Their developers are meticulous about scrutinizing every line of code to identify and eliminate potential vulnerabilities.
So they're very proactive.
They are.
Yeah.
They have a proactive approach to security, constantly looking for and patching weaknesses
Right.
before they can be exploited.
So if security is your top priority, OpenBSD would be the way to go.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's often used in security-critical environments where even the smallest vulnerability could
Yeah.
have catastrophic consequences.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got FreeBSD for performance
Right.
and OpenBSD for security. What about NetBSD?
Yeah.
What niche does it fill?
NetBSD's strength lies in its portability.
Portability.
It can run on an incredibly diverse range of hardware platforms,
Okay.
from tiny embedded systems to powerful servers.
So it's the adaptable one.
It is.
Ready to run on just about anything.
Yes, NetBSD is known for its ability to run on everything,
Wow.
from vintage computers to cutting-edge devices.
That's quite a feat.
It is. This makes it a popular choice for developers
Okay.
working on projects that require support for a wide variety of hardware.
This is giving me a real appreciation for the diversity
Yeah,
within the BSD family tree.
it's really cool.
It's amazing how a single ancestor can lead to such specialized offspring.
And that diversity is a testament to the power of open source software.
Open source.
Because the code is freely available,
Right.
developers are able to take it in different directions,
Yeah.
tailoring it to specific needs and priorities.
It's like evolution in action, but for software.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And this constant evolution is what keeps BSD relevant and innovative even today.
Wow.
It's a testament to the ingenuity of the developers and the vibrant community that supports them.
We've talked a lot about the technical side of BSD,
Right.
but I'm curious about the human element.
Yeah.
What kind of community has grown around these operating systems?
Well-
What's the culture like?
The BSD community is really special.
Okay.
It's a global network of developers, users, and enthusiasts
Right.
who are all passionate about BSD and the open source philosophy. It's known for being incredibly knowledgeable, collaborative, and supportive.
So it's not just about the code, it's about the people behind it.
Exactly. There's a strong emphasis on mentorship and sharing knowledge within the BSD community. BSD conferences and online forums are always buzzing with activity, with people helping each other solve problems, discuss new ideas, and push the boundaries of what's possible with these operating systems.
This sense of community must play a big role in BSD's longevity.
Right. Absolutely. It's this shared passion and commitment that keeps BSD alive and kicking, ensuring that its legacy of innovation continues.
This all sounds incredibly inspiring.
It is.
But to bring this back to our listener, why should anyone care about BSD today?
That's a great question.
Is it just a piece of tech history?
Well,
Or does it have real-world relevance for the average person?
well, BSD might seem like a niche topic.
Right.
Its impact is all around us. As we've discussed, it forms the foundation of countless systems and technologies that we use every single day.
From our iPhones to the internet itself, seems like BSD is everywhere.
Precisely. And its open source principles
Open source.
have profoundly shaped the software landscape, fostering a culture of collaboration and innovation that has benefited us all.
So the BSD's legacy is about more than just code. It's about a way of thinking, a belief in the power of shared knowledge and collaboration.
Exactly. And that's a powerful and valuable legacy to have.
Okay, I have to ask about the future.
Correct.
Where do these operating systems go from here?
The BSD community is constantly exploring new horizons, working on features, improvements, and adaptations to keep pace with the ever-evolving tech landscape.
Right.
They're not simply resting on their laurels.
So they're embracing new challenges.
They are.
What are some examples of how BSD is evolving to stay relevant?
They're tackling challenges in areas like cloud computing virtualization and the rise of mobile devices. BSD developers are working on making their operating systems even more secure, efficient, and adaptable to meet the demands of the modern world.
So BSD is not just a relic of the past. It's a dynamic, evolving force in the tech world.
Absolutely. And that's what makes it so exciting. BSD is a living, breathing testament to the enduring power of open source and community-driven development.
This has been an eye-opening deep dive.
It has.
I feel like I've only scratched the surface of the BSD world.
There's always more to learn and explore.
And that's the beauty of it. BSD is a gift that keeps on giving.
Before we wrap up this segment, what's one key takeaway you want to leave our listener with today? What's the BSD nugget of wisdom to carry with them?
I want them to understand that BSD is more than just an operating system or a piece of history. It's a living embodiment of open source ideals and a reminder that innovation thrives on collaboration and shared knowledge.
That's a powerful message.
It is.
And as technology continues to evolve, I have no doubt that BSD and its descendants will continue to play a vital role in shaping the digital world we live in.
Absolutely.
This has been an incredibly insightful exploration of the BSD family.
It has.
But our journey isn't over yet. There's still so much more to discover about BSD's impact on the world around us. Stick with us as we continue our deep dive in the final segment. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of BSD.
BSD.
We've journeyed from its Berkeley origins to its diverse family of descendants. What's striking me is how this seemingly niche piece of tech history is so deeply intertwined with our digital lives.
It really is remarkable, isn't it? BSD's influence is often hidden in plain sight, powering so much of the technology we take for granted.
Exactly. So for this final segment, let's zoom in on some specific examples. Where can we see BSD's fingerprints in our everyday digital interactions?
We've already touched on the connection to macOS and iOS. But the influence goes much deeper than that. Think about those essential networking tools you use all the time.
Like what?
Commands like ping or traceroute. Those have their roots in BSD.
So when I'm trying to figure out why my internet is acting up, I'm channeling the spirit of Berkeley.
You are.
That's pretty cool.
And consider the vast network of web servers that power the websites you visit every day. A significant portion of them run on BSD-derived systems like FreeBSD.
It's amazing to think that the backbone of the web owes so much to BSD.
It really does. And it doesn't stop there.
No.
BSD has found its way into all sorts of devices.
Oh, wow.
Embedded systems, network routers, even scientific instruments.
Wow.
You'll find it quietly working behind the scenes, ensuring things run smoothly.
It sounds like BSD is this secret ingredient that makes the digital world go around. But for those of us who aren't programmers or system administrators, how can we actually engage with BSD today?
Whoa.
Is this something we can tinker with?
Absolutely.
Oh,
if you're feeling adventurous,
Yeah.
you could install a BSD operating system on an old computer and experiment with it firsthand.
Okay.
It's a great way to get a feel for how it works and explore its capabilities.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Embrace the hacker spirit. Get our hands dirty.
Exactly.
But what if someone's not quite ready to take the plunge into installing a new operating system?
There are still plenty of ways to engage with the BSD world.
Okay.
You can explore the BSD community online, check out their forums, read their documentation, see what projects they're working on.
It's a chance to peek behind the curtain and see the passion and expertise that drives this community.
Exactly. And who knows, you might even be inspired to contribute in some way.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's through code documentation or simply by sharing your newfound knowledge with others.
Speaking of sharing knowledge,
what's
the one key takeaway you'd like our listener to walk away with today? What's the BSD nugget of wisdom to carry with them?
The most important takeaway is this.
Okay.
BSD is a testament to the power of open collaboration.
Yeah.
The idea of sharing knowledge freely and the belief that technology should empower individuals.
It's a reminder that the digital world we inhabit was built on the shoulders of countless individuals who were driven by curiosity, a passion for problem solving, and a desire to make things better.
And that's a legacy worth celebrating and carrying forward.
Well said. That brings our deep dive into the world of BSD to a close.
It does.
We've explored its origins, its impact, and even its presence in our everyday lives.
Yeah.
I hope you found this journey as illuminating as I have.
I hope so too.
BSD's story is a reminder that innovation thrives on collaboration and the free exchange of ideas.
Absolutely.
And as we sign off, I encourage you to keep exploring. Delve deeper into the BSD community, experiment with its operating systems, and discover how this legacy of innovation continues to shape the digital world around us.
Until next time, keep those minds curious and never stop exploring the fascinating world of technology.
Happy diving.